Been a day, guys. All right, let's get down to business here. All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where am I going? Damn it. I see the treasure chest, but I can't get to it. There's a lot of treasure chests out here in Crossbell. Anyways, let me see. I completely forgot where I'm supposed to be going. So that's what the books are for, right? Let me check my detective notebook. Man, we're still in the prologue. Oh, sure, we're supposed to go to going back to the SSS building. Triple S building. Make sure all my quests are reported. I'm pretty sure I reported them. What the fuck? What's that? A message, maybe? There's a note stuck to the bulletin board. I've got some errands to run. Wrap up the case however you see fit. Sergey. Chief went out. He wants to bet that he ran away because the case seemed like a pain in the ass. We cannot rule out that possibility. Perhaps, but think about it like this. It's a privilege to be given the chance to solve a case however we like, isn't it? That said, what's our plan? Should we hold a meeting to review what we know? Yeah, definitely. Start the meeting, inspect the exclamation point at the table. Nothing to report. Cool. Just in case, I like to make another save here. Alright. Make sure I know who has what art. He's got a lot, but that actually kind of makes sense since I've been opening up all of his slots. Anyways, let's get to it. Start the meeting. Let's get this meeting started then. First off, we should review all our info that's relevant to the case. The incident took place around midnight, 5 days ago. Members of both the Saber Vipers and the Testaments were ambushed by an unknown assailant, possibly a group of assailants. However, the attacks occurred at two different locations in the city's downtown district. Here and here. The Testaments member was attacked in the alleyway to the west, and the Saber Viper got messed up in front of Ignis, which is towards the east. In other words, the attacks happened at the opposite ends of the area, in their respective territories too, no less. Exactly, by doing so, it made it hard for both groups to learn what happened to the other. And that leads us to the present, where each group blames the other for their members' injuries. Yeah, the only answer that makes sense is that there was a third party involved. Unless both groups rehearse their accounts, chances of either group being responsible for attacking the other are pretty slim. Agreed. Based on the evidence so far, it's safe to assume the attacks were the work of some third party. All we can do now is consider all the possibilities and rule out the ones that don't seem feasible. But you already have an idea who that third party might be, don't you? I do. Ravash & Co., the mafia that controls Crossbell's criminal underbelly. According to the intel Grace shared with us, someone spotted mafiosos snooping around the downtown district a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to verify the credibility of that. However, let's assume that Ravash was responsible for both attacks and continue our conversation. If that were the case, what was their motive? Bingo. The answer to that is crucial. If we can't answer that, we're all the way back to square one. So it comes down to motive. There's hardly any conflict of interest between the Mafia and the two gangs. There must be a line that connects the three dots together. And once again, you already have an idea of what it is, don't you, Lloyd? Excuse me. Well, I can't say with absolute certainty, of course. I think there's one thing that connects these three factors. Presence of the Hey You, I believe it's the only realistic possibility that comes to mind is the Hey You. Oh right, our grizzly friend mentioned them, didn't he? That definitely feels like the most likely possibility for now. In that case though, what about Hey You connects these three? In order to be connected, there has to be some sort of inevitability. For example, was it this connection with the Hey You that made the attacks against the two gangs unavoidable? Yeah, that would explain some things. Oh? What you thinking, bud? Well, about that possibility Tia mentioned, what do you think Ravash would do if they found out Hey You was trying to establish a foothold in Crossbell? Well, I imagine they look to expand their combat capabilities, recruit more people and upgrade their weaponry, you know? Ravash should have no problems getting new weapons, given their known smuggling operation. But how do they go about recruiting people? Good question. Normally you'd hire Jaegers. But that's unlikely in Crossbell's case, given the constant surveillance put on us by neighboring countries. So long as the non-aggression pact stands, Erebonia and Calvar would never overlook the involvement of Jaegers. The two Diet factions representing them would likely react the same way too. Oh, Lloyd, could the Mafia be looking to recruit the gang members? Hot-blooded and more or less disciplined. I can't think of a more perfect pool of candidates to beef up the Mafia's presence in the city. Then again, they can't just barge in and choose whoever they like now, can they? Of course not. I mean, I could never see Wazzy cooperating with the Mafia. Wall does not seem like the type to bow down to authority either. He is unlikely to agree to working under the Mafia. Ravash realizes this and plots to weaken their two gangs, intended to swoop in later and bag the remaining members. Hell, that must be it. Remember, this is still nothing more than a theory. All we've done is bring together the facts and try to make sense of them. Ah, look at you being all modest. I think that your analysis of the situation isn't too far off from the truth. It may only be a theory, but your reasoning was sound and logical. You certainly proved that you acing the detective exam was no fluke. Haha, thanks. It's decided. Our next move should be to explain our theory to those two, don't you think? Those two? Hey, you don't mean... I do. Walled Whales and Wazy Hemisphere. Leaders of the Saber Vipers and the Testament. Station Street, near where the construction materials are stored. Asking me to come here alone in the middle of the damn night. What do those cops think they're up to? Is that... last train bound for Calvart? Yes, I believe it was. Wazzy?
Yeah.
Good evening, Wald. What a beautiful night to bathe in the mystic moonlight. Wouldn't you agree? You bastard. So this is what those stupid this is what that stupid ass invite was about. So those police punks went and set me up, huh? Fine, they saved me the trouble of looking for you myself. You wanna fight? Cause I'm more than happy to give you one. Let's end this. You know I'm always up for a bit of late night wrestling. But alas, I am but a mere guest at this rendezvous. What? Look, here they come. You punks again. Sorry to keep the two of you waiting. Oh no, it's a pleasure to be here. So, what's this fun anecdote you promised to share with us? I'm not sure if fun is the right word, but you'll at least find it interesting. Ready for me to start? Hold the phone. Anecdotes? Fun? What the hell are you two going on about? You're such a simpleton. What? Surely you remember the incidents that occurred 5 nights ago. You're here to tell us who the culprit was, obviously. The hell? Impressive deduction. I assume you already had your own suspicions? Well, at first, I thought that one of my members may have gone a little cuckoo. But as I started to sort things out, I realized that something was off about the whole situation. That goes for the Viper's side, too. Sadly, that's as far as my reasoning could take me. Well, that simplifies the explanation a bit. Walled whales? I know there are still some gaps in our theory. Still, would you listen to what we've found so far? Keep it short. Waste a minute of my time and I'll bash that baby face of yours in. I beat your ass last time. Oh, run it. And that's what we've come up with the information on hand. Mind giving me your thoughts? My, how unexpected. To think that we played right into the Mafia's hands. Does that mean you agree with our theory? But of course. After all, Rivage sent some of their agents to visit us already. They asked us to work for them, promising us the moon and the stars for our service. Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and sent them on their merry way. I thought as much. That settles that side then. What about you, Wald? Were you also tempted into collaboration with the Mafia? Yeah, about a month ago. They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like. Sent them packing real fast. Can't believe they actually have the balls to pull a fast one on me like this. Wazzy, I'm postponing our duel. First I gotta warm up by crushing the smug mugs of those mobsters. But wait, you can't! Such a short temper. Calm down, acting recklessly will only lead to... You really are a simpleton. Say that again. You know perfectly well that you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own. You'd be waltzing into the Mafia sites like a pig to the slaughter. You have no chance. Oh, shut it already. We don't know what'll happen till we try. Maybe you could survive, but what about your poor little vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth? What do you propose we do then, you bony wise ass? You really expect me to just sit here and swallow the shame of having our men hurt like that? Of course I don't. It's likely just a handful of mafiosos were involved in this particular scheme. I said we give them a crash course on how us guys in the downtown district operate. Come the final exam, they'll realize exactly who they're messing with. I'll require your help though, Wald. You what? Hold on, you two. What are you planning? If you do anything to break the law... Oh, relax. You'll be playing the teacher's assistants after all. Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district? I claim that it makes it your obligation to properly educate the Mafia into leaving everyone down there alone. We're good. Wouldn't you agree? Well, what is he talking about? I do not quite understand either. Sounds to me like he's just taking advantage of poor Lloyd. Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here and share your grand theory. Isn't it only natural to see this case through? Three days have passed since the confrontation between the rival gangs has fortunately died down. The downtown district has been enveloped by a tranquil atmosphere, an atmosphere so peaceful that it has become uncomfortable. Then, I see them looking fresh. Too quiet around here. We went through all that effort and those dumbasses still haven't torn each other apart? Don't you worry, those guys are doused in gasoline at this point. One small spark and everything will be up in flames. Those morons won't even know what hit them. Viper or Testament, doesn't matter which one. As soon as you see one, kick his ass. And for your own sake, you better not get caught. Use a slingshot for a Saber Viper and just bash one of those Testament guys from behind. Got it. Let the hunt begin, boys. Oh, that's Lloyd. Lloyd dressed up as a Testament member. Pretty sure that's Lloyd anyway. Or maybe not. One tiny blue bunny down. What a pathetic piece of trash. We don't got time to waste. How about you rough him up a little bit? Just be sure not to kill him. Business is business. Hope you don't hold a grudge against us. As if I'd let you. What? What the hell? I'm a little surprised. I really didn't think we'd get you to fall for the bait this easily. Who the hell is this guy? If it were up to me, I'd be cuffing you and taking you down to headquarters already. But I'm not sure how the department would feel about using a sting operation as evidence. Don't tell me he's a cop? Not to worry, boys. He's just a special helper. Dude, are you serious? How the hell did they fall for this? Lloyd's prediction was impeccable. Are you alright, Lloyd? Yeah, I'm fine. Putting that shock-absorbing pad under my hood was definitely a good call, though. Damn it. If the boss finds out that we blew our cover like this? Well then, gentlemen, that raises the question. What will be your next move? Surrender peacefully now, and I may be merciful towards your misdeeds. Or would you prefer us to hunt you down? That may prove entertaining. Quick, split up! Get back here. Two of you, come with me. Wait, crap. What should we do, Lloyd? I'll call Ellie. Go with me, Ellie. Randy, Tia, I'll leave the other group to you. Understood. Leave it to me, pal. Damn it, I can't believe those little brats from the police are involved. We need to contact headquarters and request backup. Hold on. We screwed up the plan big time. What if the boss gets a whiff of this? It doesn't matter. Anyway, we should at least... Did you think you could get away so easily? What? When did they get here? Checkmate. Yeah, that was easy enough. The ball is in Lloyd and Mademoiselle's court now. Damn, those morons. Don't got much choice now. We'll have to go from the back. Yeah, they jumped kinda high, didn't they? A valiant effort, but no dice. How did you catch up? Jump for it! There's nowhere to run. Whew. Oh, it was quite the wild goose chase, wasn't it? Your cute little game of hide and seek is over. Surely you've realized your best option is to surrender, no? Oh, you just pull out the strap, man. Look at you goddamn brats. Where do you get off being so cocky? Now you'll see what happens when you force professionals to get serious. Better hope you live to regret it. Looks like they're itching for a fight. Don't think we have much other choice. I can continue to count on your support, can I? Funnily enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. They're coming. Oh, do I get to control the other one? Icicle Edge, Firebolt, Quake. Do I have a battle scope? I do have a battle scope. But it doesn't matter because I failed to scan the other dude anyway. So at this point it doesn't even matter anymore. I think I just hit him with a Quake. Do I get to control? Oh, I do! Gold Blur? Okay, what we got? Phantom Rush? Speed minus 50%? Roundhouse kick with plenty of weight behind it? Oh man, this dude was tight already! Oh. He's getting his ass beat though. shit. Wow, I lost already. Okay, man, I'm just ass. Alright, cool. So I guess I just have to use buffs and stuff like that. Oh, HP regen. That might actually be useful, but it's gonna take too long. Let me move Walled back here real quick. Here's all stat down. Oh, that's what happens. Alright, well, now I know. Let's do here. All right. Not worth. May as well just go ahead and light him up. Damn, didn't get the done. Damn. Do I have a revive item? I don't. Alright. That might be the wipe right there. It seems like praying for a feint is just the option here. I be struggling out here on Nightmare, man. I'm not about to let him have two turns. Yes, I am. Yeah. I need to do that actually. Come on. Oh, that's actually convenient. That's mad convenient. It's not good. Alright. I need to be able to grind somewhere or something. Because otherwise I'm just praying that I get like lucky status procs. We're about to get a team rush. That's actually useful. Shit. Oh, that's not good. Should be good here. Do that so he can heal himself. Finally, one down. A little bit of luck goes a long way, I guess. A nightmare. Oh boy. I don't want him to die. Can I get a damn seal? Ain't something? Give me some love, game, please. Got him. That was rough. I'll take the Sepith though. Got a battle scope and a nest tablet. Battle scope is basically useless to me now. Yeah. You damned kids. Yeah, they were no pushovers, that's for sure. One appeared to be using a military-grade firearm too. I think it may have been manufactured in the Empire. In all likelihood, it was smuggled across the border. And I must say, that was quite the performance you put on. What a marvelous performance, especially how you sold that fall. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I wasn't about to let anybody else be the bait and put themselves in harm's way. And so you volunteered to take the role of bait for yourself. I was worried sick, you know. Sorry, Ellie. That soft-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future. Although I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turn-off. Huh? Yeah. I was able to exact my revenge, and it was all thanks to your help. I look forward to any future alliances we may hold. You cocky little... Where do you get off running your mouths like that? Now you've done it, you sons of bitches. From this day on, you've made an enemy of Rivage. You damn rookies will rue the day. All of the Diet members are on our payroll. Don't think you'll be getting away with this. Is that what you think? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. New plan. I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punching bags and beat the absolute piss out of you. Hold on a minute. They're already defenseless. There's no need. Not to worry. You can leave the rest to us. Well, try not to get too carried away, okay? These guys are professionals after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly little spat to ourselves? I doubt pros like yourselves will want your bosses to find out that you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of rookie cops, even while taking them seriously. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well, would it? Get bent, asshole. You'd be too large under if we were taking it seriously. Oh, what's this? Now, I'm no lawyer, but it's probably in your best interest to bow out. Grace? What are you doing here? I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days. And much to my expectations, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy, I'm dying to write up a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why, you're just some bitch from a puny news agency. You think you can take Rivage on? Well, our circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this again, I can't promise that your group's going to be able to bail you out. Fine, whatever, we'll be going now. But if you don't keep your word, lady, don't worry your pretty little head about that. To be fair, you're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Crossed the line again and the little birdie told me the bracers might come get you. What? Just a little FYI, Arios was strongly considering taking over this case. Naturally, being the grand bracer he is, he was totally up to his neck in requests. He figured he'd leave it in your guys' hands this time. Is that true? He's keeping tabs on us, eh? That appears to be the case. Oh hell no. As if we'd ever be moronic enough to make an enemy of Arios McLean. There's no point in staying in this dump any longer. We're out of here. Oh boy, Arios is that divine blade of wind fellow, isn't he? I've heard my fair share about his exploits, but I didn't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing. Hell with this shit. Screw it, show's over, boys. Get your asses moving, we're leaving. Yeah! I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. Or would mission accomplished be more appropriate for you? Yeah, I suppose so. So I guess our original mission was only to stop the initial fight. Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to fight with Wald anymore, right? What are you going on about now? What? Whether the Mafia is involved or not, it is not as though our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That will not change. Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while. but our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it. Hold on now. If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in on our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression that he's joking in the slightest. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone. Let's go. Our crusade is ended. Let us withdraw. Ja. What an incorrigible group of men. Leave them be. They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes raring for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it. For once, you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah, I guess so. Still, I can't shake the feeling this was a hollow victory. That discomfort probably stems from the fact that you rookies once again had to rely on somebody else to finish the job. How was that? Did I nail it? Huh? Don't let it get to you. There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you gonna get the full picture? Only once you've understood this can you truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother. What? Well, I think it's time for me to head on home now. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, nighty night. Your brother must have been one hell of a dude. Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was a talented individual. There aren't a whole lot of people that would outrank him when it comes to persistence and efficiency on the job. At any rate, our mission is accomplished. Let's return to the Triple S building and give Chief Sergey our report. I think I get the picture. I guess you guys did pretty okay for a bunch of rookies. You managed to put your heads together and scrape by one way or another. Yeah, that's a compliment, right? Surely you must have caught a glimpse of it during this case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell. Well, yep, it's definitely a pain in the ass. Crossbell's seedy underbelly, a cold, cruel reality made possible by the corruption of its leadership. Aptly put. But the CPD isn't filled to the brim with a bunch of losers, you know? While some idiots decide to trade dignity for bribes, most of our detectives have self-respect and work with a strict code of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. For example, the politicians who degrade themselves by making deals with the mafia for money and power. So how about it, Lloyd? Want to pack your bags and turn in your badge and become a bracer? No, sir. These barriers are the reason the Special Support Section was established, right? Oh? Protect civilians above all else. The bracers. Code is admirable, but it has its limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing, the sales of stolen goods and mirror laundering, and the collusion of the mafia and officials, they're all problems that lie outside of the guild's jurisdiction. He's got a point. But even the supporting gauntlet still has its flaws. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Despite the countless barriers that are standing in our way, the possibility of getting over them isn't zero. He's right. We, as the SSS, can create possibilities others can't for true change. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree that the possibility is never zero. Take a look at this guy, would you? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the mafia. How can a guy look so calm and collected but be so hot-blooded underneath it all? I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right term. Still, working with everyone helped me realize something. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Lloyd. I'm at a loss for words. A bit too cheesy for my liking. You don't have to laugh that hard. Although, I suppose I'm being too idealistic again, right? Well, I'm sure this won't be too bad. While it's true that the idea of the SSS was initially met with an opposition and resistance, you guys can use this division however you see fit. Huh. Sure, I might not be able to directly bail you out of trouble, but if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and tick off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys. Chief, so you're going the laissez-faire route, are you? Jeez, I thought you were gunning. Jeez, I get what you're gunning for, but aren't you a bit too chill about this? In other words, he is trying to evade any messes we may throw his way. That's what's called veteran experience. Will the SS become a pale imitation of the Bracer Guild, or will it transform into something new entirely? I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. Prologue, special support section, and that was the damn prologue. I'm getting my ass whooped. S3 plan, use flea and tick spray. Save. There we go. Make sure I saved. Alright, cool. Save. Continue. Looks like you had another rough month. Keep up the good work. It's fine. I'm used to it already. Anyway, I'll be counting on you for the payment again. Sure thing. I'll transfer it to you via the IBC. I feel partially responsible given that I assign you requests, but maybe you should consider reducing your workload just a teensy bit, don't you think? Poor Shizuku must be feeling lonely without Daddy by your side. I know, I'm sorry. I know I said I wouldn't bring this up again. Oh, that reminds me. Headquarters contacted me again. They keep bugging me to get you to accept the offer. Are they seriously still at it? I've rejected their offer numerous times already. I wish they'd give up. Can you blame them? They're desperately searching for someone with the qualifications to fill in the gaping hole left by Cassius Bright's resignation. Didn't you two train under the same master? You're basically equals when you look at your stats with the guild, so hurry up and accept already. While that may be true on paper, we're completely different people. Unlike Cassius, I haven't solved any conflicts on an international scale. I can't help but feel that people are overstating my achievements. I honestly don't feel like I have the qualifications to be his proper successor. Oh, Fui, you and I both know that isn't true. Didn't you resolve that thing out in Rimaferia? The Grand Prince himself presented you with the Medal of Honor, so isn't that enough of an indication of your qualifications? I would disagree. That case hasn't truly been resolved as far as I'm concerned. I may have prevented the immediate disaster, but the masterminds responsible are still out there. I had planned to refuse the medal anyway. Geez, you're a stick in the mud, aren't you? Come on, accepting that promotion will drop your workload a little bit. You've done over 100 requests this month. For Adios' sake, that's inhuman. I don't feel like I bit off more than I could chew. International travel has become far easier with the increased frequency of train and flight services. And besides, aren't two bracers transferring here? My workload is going to reduce regardless. Oh, you mean those kitties? Yeah, they're not bad. I see a lot of potential in them. I trust them far more than those kids in the special support section, that's for sure. Excuse us. Oh, would you speak of the devil? Was that Estelle? Come on in, we're upstairs. Oh, the second floor? Joshua? Thanks for having us. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's them. Hey, Michelle. Holy smokes, Arios is here too? Oh, what a relief. I'm glad to see you're here. Glad to see you here. It's nothing more than a mere coincidence. It's nothing more than a mere coincidence. I haven't seen the two of you in about 3 months, so it's good to see you're doing well. I was in for a real shock when I found out that you were actually transferring to our branch. I'm sure glad you two were here. Crossbell's bad boys are about to get the spanking of a lifetime. We may be good, but we're not that good. We'll do our best to live up to your expectation. I think it's time we got down to business. Estelle Bright, Senior Bracer. Joshua Bright, likewise. Officially reporting for duty at the Crossbell branch of the Bracer Guild. After Chapter 1, Afternoon of the Wolves. I was not expecting to see Estelle and Joshua so early. I knew there was conclusion to their stories in these games, but like Chapter 1, they already back. Let's go. The chief sure is late. It's almost time for our regular morning meeting to start too. I really don't think we can begin the meeting without him. I would have slept in if I knew this was how it was gonna roll. Days like this are best spent waking up at noon and then hitting up the Barca for some good time. Textbook example of a slacker. Sorry I'm late. Morning, Chief. Good morning. Do you want to go ahead and start the meeting? No need. Just got a call from the department. You guys have been assigned to a special mission today. Congrats. A special mission? Something smells fishy about that. Is it similar to the previous one? I don't know the details. Just head to the department. Your client will be waiting for you there. Police headquarters, 3rd floor. I can't believe we have to go to Vice Commish Jackass's office. What kind of bitching awaits us this time? I remember that we were told this was about a client waiting for us. I think it's safe to say he didn't call us here to complain. I have a sinking feeling he would find a reason to scold us regardless. I know what you mean. We can't let it get to us though. Detective Banning's reporting in. The special support section has arrived. Come in. Excuse us. Oh, I recognize that uniform. Crossbow Guardian Force, right? Aw, hell. Oh my, is that how you greet an old acquaintance, Randy Orlando? Care to elaborate on any hidden meetings behind that outburst of yours? Oh, you've got it all wrong. I was just so excited to see you again. Do you two know each other? Your reaction is that of a man with a guilty conscience. Ahem. Show some respect, you four. This here is Lieutenant Colonel Sonia Bales, the Deputy Commander of the CGF. Deputy Commander of the Guardian Force? Please forgive our misbehavior. Lieutenant Colonel is one of the higher ranks in the military chain of command. She is that distinguished? Oh, you have no freaking idea. She is the GGF second in command, after all. Taking in her charisma and expertise, hell, she might as well be in charge. Hi, these detectives. You're the special support section, correct? Yes, ma'am. Have you come here to submit a support request, perhaps? Don't get your hopes up, rookies. You greenhorns better realize how big of an honor it is to meet the deputy commander. Vice Commissioner Pierre, allow me to handle it from here. But, understood. I'll leave it in your capable hands, ma'am. Thank you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Sonia Bales, Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian Force. I came here to ask the Special Support Section to lend us your expertise on a particular matter. Let me begin with a brief overview of the situation. An investigation of monster attacks. Right, Detective. Several locations throughout Crossbell have reported similar cases of monster attacks over the past month. We wish to cooperate with you to investigate this matter. Wait, did I just hear you correctly? These incidents are all reported outside of Crossbell City? Yes. Do you take issue with that? No, not at all. Excuse me, ma'am. An investigation was already conducted by the CGF, correct? Is there anything left for us to investigate at this point? Yes, plenty in fact. Too many questions remain unanswered to write these off as ordinary monster attacks. As much as I hate to admit it, our investigators have hit a dead end. Therefore, I'm hoping that a different point of view is what the investigation needs. A different point of view? A trained detective, to be exact, one that would differ greatly from a guardsman. You might be wondering, why come to us of all people? Valid question. I could have just as easily sought the help of the renowned 1st Division. Well, I would love to introduce you to them, but as you know, they are preoccupied with their duties. As you can see, a number of unforeseen circumstances have led us to seeking the aid of the SSS. Are there any objections? No, ma'am. We'll gladly accept your request and aid you in your ongoing investigation. You've given us a brief rundown of the situation, but it'll be hard to begin without concrete facts. Seeker, hand it to them. Yes, ma'am. Here you are. Oh, thank you. Huh? She be... Is everything okay? I'm fine. My apologies. I can't help but feel like I've seen her somewhere before. Receive monster damage report. Is this a... It appears to be a case report from the CGF. Correct. We've written all our findings thus far in that report. Please begin your investigation as soon as you finish reviewing the case file. Doing so will eliminate unwanted bias from your work. Understood. In that case, we'll begin as soon as possible. We leave it in your capable hands. Well, I suppose we'll have to excuse ourselves for now. We'll establish a direct line of communication with the SSS, so please contact us if you make a breakthrough. Will do. Thank you for your time, Vice Commissioner. No, not at all. Feel free to drop by my office anytime. Looks like you're a bit more comfortable with your current work, Orlando. Well, I say the work here is more thrilling than staring at the border and doing drills all day. Good to know. I'm glad it was worth the effort to introduce you to. Let's head out, Seeker. Roger. Well then, excuse me. Man, oh man. Was she your superior back in the Guardian Force, Randy? You got that right. Sonny wasn't my direct boss, though. She just gave me a bunch of pointers for our training and drill session. Don't let her gorgeous looks fool you. That lady will make you piss your pants if you cross her. Knowing you, Randy, your slovenly disposition likely set her off on multiple occasions. I imagine so. She does have a knack for getting in trouble with women. That reminds me. You know the girl that was accompanying the deputy commander, Randy? Didn't ring a bell. Would remember a cutie like her. I bet a pretty mirror that she's in the Tangram Gate division of the CGF. Those guys work directly under Sonya. Wait a tick, she catch your eye or something? Well, I'll be damned. Was it love at first sight? Well, stare. What? No, I didn't mean it like that. I just had a strange feeling that I had met her somewhere before. Ahem. How long do you rookies plan to take up the space in my precious office to spew your pointless drivel all over the floor? Don't tell me. Is this a plot by that good-for-nothing Sergey to have you come here and humiliate me? No, sir, definitely not. Sorry, sir. Please excuse us. Go on, get out of here. To think that every single one of you ignored my kind advice. You should know full well what's about to come, don't you? The hell are you implying? Enjoy that little investigation of yours out in the wilderness. I'm sure it'll be a fun little camping trip. Why don't we transfer your entire team to the Guardian Force while we're at it? We can boot that damn Sergey out along with you. If you would please excuse us. I hate us. Jeez, that jackass sure knows how to get on my nerves. I wish I had earplugs on hand. And again, I suppose we were being disrespectful in front of him. However, that doesn't warrant his condescendingly vulgar tone with us. Try not to think about it too much. Arguing will get us nowhere. Let's head back and go through the report in more detail. We can get started once we've decided on the direction of our investigation. I get the impression that these attacks weren't from an ordinary monster. The culprit behind these attacks certainly seems enigmatic. Excuse me. Recently, several locations in Crossbow State were attacked by unidentified monsters. The Guardian Forces performed an investigation in an attempt to evaluate the incident. 3 cases have been reported. The suspects in each case are wolf-like monsters. The following pages detail each case. Amorica Village. Date and time, 3 weeks ago. Night. Location, entire village area. Damages. The damage was discovered in the morning. Says village chief. All families suffer damage to their crops and livestock. Eyewitnesses? None. All villagers asleep. Other evidence. Various canine prints were discovered inside the village. No similar prints found in areas outside the village. Date and time, St. Ursula Medical College. 1 week date and time 1 week ago. Night. Location: hospital premises. Damages: one medical intern was attacked and wounded by an invading pack of monsters. Found by hospital staff in the morning. Eyewitnesses: injured witnesses saw black wolf-like monsters. Other evidence: none found near scene of attack. Statement was vague and possibly inaccurate. 3. Maine's Mining Village. Date and time: 2 days ago, 10 p.m. Location: in front of the inn. Damages: one miner heading home was injured by a pack of monsters. A colleague rushed to his aid. Eyewitnesses: townspeople saw escaping wolves. Other evidence: prints discovered near the scene that resemble those found in Amorica Village. The mining equipment in this town was damaged for a third time. Patrols may be necessary. This is bad. So it really is happening everywhere. I guess it's strange that the media hasn't reported anything on it yet. Yeah, for sure. They don't exactly sound like your average monster attacks, do they? Do we know whether or not these wolf-like monsters are indigenous to Crossbow? Hard to say. They did find paw prints at all the different scenes. At this point, it's hard to deny that they actually exist. The Guardian Force still hasn't physically seen the monsters though, right? That's a little disconcerting. Well, we know one thing for sure. They're pretty damn slick if they manage to outsmart the CGF. I mean, shouldn't we have hired some kind of hunter to track them down instead? I mean, shouldn't they? Probably so. I am not certain whether our chances of solving this case are particularly high. What's wrong, Lloyd? Did that Ace Detective light bulbs of yours start flickering again? I don't know if I put it like that, but let's remember to tackle this like detectives. If we approach the monster attacks like we would any other investigation, we may find new clues. Approach this as detectives? For something as straightforward as monster attacks? Well, yeah, if we treat this series of attacks as one solitary case, who would be our culprit? Obviously those wolf-like monsters the report mentioned, right? And you know how wolves work, they move in packs. But with that in mind, what would profile and motive of the culprit be? Well, I understand. You're trying to make us realize that we can't answer those questions relying solely on the reports we receive. Exactly. More intelligent monsters usually stay away from populated areas. If the motive was hunger, the hospital would be the last place they would look for food. There has to be some truth that explains their seemingly irrational behavior. That is a valid point, and that is theoretically sound. That is a valid point, and it is theoretically sound as well, if I may add. I suppose the objective of our investigation has been decided? I think so. First, we visit the affected areas and gather information from eyewitnesses and any potential victims. That should provide us additional insight into the reports at the very least. Very well. Every little clue we can, every little clue and lead we can find will go toward helping the Guardian Force. That's a relief. And here I thought we'd be spending the day blindly hunting monsters in the mountains. In that case, Lloyd, where do you suggest we head first? Let's see. How about we start with the Amorica Village, the first area that was attacked. Considering the Amorica report was the most detailed, maybe we'll be able to gather enough clues to start building a profile of the monsters. Sounds like a good place to start. Amorica Village is northeast of the city, right? Yeah, taking the Orbital bus near the east exit is probably going to be our best bet. And needless to say, this is our first mission outside of the city, and we don't know what we're heading into. Let's make sure we leave prepared. You said it, man. We should also double check the available support requests just to be safe. Alright. Be in there. And on that note, that's going to conclude this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I know that this has been a little bit slower to get started, but it seems like things are interesting, so I'll try and pick up the pace here and maybe get more done in the episode soon as I start to figure out this game, because Nightmare's been kicking my ass. Anyways, thanks again for watching, guys. You take care. Until next time.